You're now recording. Okay.
All right then. Hello, my name is Julius Gill. I pronounce like him, his. I'm SGA Senator, and what pastry I would be, I don't know. Does the cake count? I don't know if that counts or not.
Yeah.
So I'll be a, I don't know, red velvet cake or something like that.
Nice. Rashad.
Hi everyone, my name is Rashad Devin. I use the he, series pronouns, and I'm serving as the SGA president for this year. I'd say crouton because I'm small and spicy and also kind of healthy, but at the same time not.
Okay. I like it. Mario.
Hi everybody, my name is Maria. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I would say that I would be like one of those twist donuts at H Mart.
Yes. Victoria.
Hey guys, my name is Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm Senate Secretary, and I would be a M&M cookie.
M&M cookie slaps. Candace.
Ms. Martinez Stone, Assistant Director for Leadership and Governance. I also serve as SGA Advisor. I use she, her, hers pronouns. And if I was a pastry, that was a question. I would be a concha, which is a Mexican pastry. Concha.
Ooh, it sounds delicious.
They're
Exciting.
not as good as they sound. You just dip them in coffee. And they're covered in sugar.
Oh,
They are pretty good. They are pretty good.
if coffee's
Let me-
involved.
I've been to a factory of one of those. They're amazing.
Conchas? A concha factory?
Yeah, down in Ecuador.
Yeah, they're my childhood breakfast. So
Anything involving coffee is always going to be delicious. Mati.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Mati. She, her, hers pronouns. I'm an SGA senator. If I was a pastry, I would be a beignet.
What's that?
See, I don't know how to describe it, but I remember seeing it in The Princess and the Frog, and it looks and tastes. I want to try one day.
Oh, that. Okay. I want to try that too. I haven't thought about that in a long minute. Reese.
Hello, my name is Reese. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm a senator. And if I were a pastry, I'd be a blueberry scone.
Blueberry scones always hit in the morning. Naila Benet?
I'm Naila Benet. I'm an SGA senator, and I'd be a blueberry muffin.
Blueberry again. I love it. Zach.
Zachary K, he series executive vice president. Just brought back some really good memories. I want to say that, but I'd say jelly-filled donut with like powdered sugar on top, because it's like I love it, and it's also like a Jewish delicacy. So
CCC. I've heard that the one place in DC has that with hamburger buns. So sounds pretty neat. Jessica.
I am Jessica, Senator, she, her, hers. Do y'all know those like cakes on Instagram that have like the lumpy frosting frog on it? No, I'll send a pic in the WebEx.
You just stole my answer.
Really? No way. But yeah, that's what I would be. I think it's like it's trying its best, is why.
Rashad. Wait, Rashad already won, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm a crouton.
You're a crouton. Wendy.
Well, now that I can't say frog cake, coffee cake. Oh wait, my name is Wendy. She, her, they, them. I'm the Assistant Speaker of the Senate.
Coffee cake hits. Mena.
Hi, my name is Mena. I'm an SGA senator. My pronouns are she, hers, and I would probably be sambusa. I know it's more savory, but it's like in every country. So I mean, it's like in almost a lot of cultures. So yeah.
Yeah. Patrick.
Hey, my name is Patrick. He, him, his pronouns. Um, I would have to go with like apple walnut muffin. Those are really good.
Ooh, there's a French bakery in Baltimore that sells those. Hits. Z?
I'm Z. I'm a senator. They, them. I guess I would be a cupcake.
What kind of cup?
Strawberry.
No, I could go for some strawberries right now. I can go for everything, actually. All right, yeah. Thank you for that. I'm just going to go next in our agenda with the land acknowledgement from an adaptation from our very own Dr. Lee Jasmine, stating, related to our value of inclusive excellence, we would like to acknowledge that UMBC is built on the native tribal lands of the indigenous Piscataway Quanoi tribes. We acknowledge the painful history of forced removal from this territory, honor their history as cultivators of this land, and respect the many diverse indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather from the Director of Inclusive Excellence. Okay, so Wendy posted the agenda in the chat earlier. What do y'all think? Is there any amendments you would like to make?
No, at the point, I just, for the links and additional information, I couldn't access any of them. It always said like, please request access.
I just changed them just now, so hopefully it works now. Sorry about that.
Also, Kai, is there a reason you're not screen sharing, and do you want me to?
Oh yeah, yeah. For this occasion, I thought we could do more face to face, so I'm trying to limit the screen sharing as much as we can. Unless everyone does not have access to the agenda, then we can screen share. But yeah, is there a motion on the floor?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Hey, general consent? Cool. Okay. So, thank you, Victoria, for doing the minutes. And I apologize in advance that the recordings were a bit wonky. So I hope that the recordings are no longer like that. You can see something. I wrote down something is wrong with the recording. Can this be helped, please? This isn't it, is it? Did I grab the wrong recording? Okay, well, Victoria. I'm missing the file, so for now, I'll push it back for next week. So tabling that, is there a general consent on tabling that since I'm missing the file? All right, general consent. All right, so moving on to the minutes from last week, the 8th. I hope everyone has the chance to look at it. Is there any amendments that anyone would like to make, or is there a motion on the floor?
I move to approve the minutes.
Hey, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hey, there's a second. General consent? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thus, the minutes have been approved. Let's go on to our new business. Julius, last week you mentioned this take action a colleague of yours recommended to you, and you were wondering whether or not if the SGA or SGA Senate can do anything about promoting or helping this. Essentially, what I gathered from it was it's the flavored um, writing support for legislators to take down the flavored tobacco industry.
Right. So, if I was just wondering, is that even on jurisdiction to like to do that? Can we like write a resolution and things like that? I wasn't sure if that's like an authority to even support this or not.
Yeah, I think we can write a resolution for anything, but it's a matter of what can that resolution achieve. Um, and that's a discussion topic for us to talk about.
Focus on this bill, to is correct. It's like just banning it to just the selling of it to like minors, I believe, correct? So the age of 21, something
I
like that.
believe so. Yes.
Wait, seriously? Is my audio better now?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll reiterate that again. So yeah, it's basically that entire like coalition that they're setting up is focus on just banning flavored tobacco products to minors, people below the age of 21, and because it's in lieu with a bill that the Maryland General Assembly is kind of like proposing at the moment. So one of my colleagues just had asked like, can anyone really support? And I just told her like, as an essay senator, I can see what UMBC can do as well, because this affects us our student population as well.
Yeah. Can definitely write an SL or JL, or I'm sorry, SR or JR, and voice our concerns as students with the resolution. Are there any other thoughts? Meta says she is all for that. Okay. Um, Julius, would you like to start would you like to start this resolution, or would you want me to guide?
I never written one before. I can write it up. Just tell me the template, what I'm supposed to say from like a a formal standpoint, things like that. So I can type it up this week.
Yeah. And I can the template's in the drive, and you can always ask us questions in WebEx Teams, but it seems like we're all in support of it. I'm in support of it, and I think it'll be very beneficial. So cool. Okay. Um, Moving forward, our next line of business is the Parking Advisory Committee representative. We need a rep to sit on this. However, they have not sent us date and time. So I just wanted to get a list of those who are not on an SGC, and I'll reach back out to you. Yeah. Okay, so Jess, you don't have an SGC. Does anybody else not have an SGC? Reese? Okay. Okay. Well, once we get more information on that, I'll reach back out to you two, And yeah. Once they reach back out with more information, I'll reach back out to you two. And if you two are unavailable, then I'll come back again. Okay, moving on. I put some additional information here. I'm not going to review them individually. They're just here for your convenience, as well as if anyone asks you any information regarding, you can always point them to this. Taxes, I don't know anything about finances other than spending, as well as the University Steering Committee budget. COVID-19 vaccine variants. If you want to talk about endocytes and lysosomes, we can, but I'd rather not. So yeah, again, you have the information available here. The tax filing is an email, Rashad, you sent earlier this week. I just copy and paste into a Google Doc, so it's there. Okay. Any questions about any three of these before we move on? No. Okay. Yeah, Candace.
Have you all received W-2s?
Yes, I have.
You have. At your home address.
Yes.
Like
Jessica's making it.
so,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, some people maybe have multiple addresses, so I guess it's just whatever address you have listed on your that you use for your W-4 is where it's probably getting sent. Okay, just checking. Just want to make sure.
Candace,
Yes,
you're talking about taxes?
taxes.
I have not, and I've filed my tax. Trouble?
You filed your taxes already?
It's not April.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, so you filed your 2020 taxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to do an amendment.
Pain. All right. I'll figure that out later. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
So I've never received W-2s, and I've done my taxes for the couple of years that I've been SGA. Am I committing fraud without knowing it?
If you have never received a W-2 from UMBC, then yeah, I don't
Straight,
know.
right?
Is this meeting
Like,
recorded? Can we destroy this recording?
no, we cannot destroy the recording. Kai, do you have another job on campus?
Do I?
Yeah.
Rashad, are you? Oh,
OPA?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can find out about your W-2s.
Please.
Cool? Cool. All right.
Candace, speaking of money, how do we set Victoria up for pay?
Yeah, so I sent her hire letter late. Gonna apologize on the record for that. And so SABSC will get in contact with Victoria about getting on payroll. It's all online, all of the sort of forms and stuff. And so as soon as Victoria, you know, I'm not going to talk about you like you're not here. So as soon as you have done that, Victoria, with them, and they have checked, sort of told you you're good, then you'll be able to get paid. And your first paycheck will be for the upcoming quarter 3, which we have a meeting to do the stipends for in the beginning of March. Wendy? Yes? Yes. Cool. I don't sound like a complete idiot. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's when that's happening. Yeah. So as long she's got some time. As long as you're on payroll, yeah, by then you're gonna be okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks, Candace. All right. Is there any questions about money or steering committee budget or vaccine variants? Man, ribosomes and endocytes, they don't play around.
Do you think the Moderna vaccine is going to have efficacy against these variants, in particular the South Africa variant?
Yeah, there was I think it came out today, recently, very recently. It was 94%.
Well, yes, that's the overall efficacy. I'm worried about the efficacy against the variant. But
yeah,
you saying,
yeah, no.
oh, yeah, it's 94% still? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm great. That's great.
Cool.
Yeah, Candace, I have a quick question. How are we? I thought stipends weren't taxed. This whole time we were taxed?
Sometimes people say they get taxes taken out of it.
Wait, really? But like we get a full check each time of the money that like you guys promised us.
I don't know.
Really
Like,
are taxed?
people say to me, "Oh, I had taxes taken out of my stipend," and I'm like,
There's
"Okay."
no way.
But then, like, it also, I think, depends on whether or not you're working at other places on campus, because
Oh, I
if
think
you
I
hit a
heard about that
certain
one.
threshold, then they start taking money out.
Yeah.
But if you are getting paid $700 for the year, or $1,000, you're probably not getting taxes taken out of it.
Mhm.
At least that's my understanding. The students who I am remembering now who've said, "Oh, I got taxes taken out of this," have other jobs on campus.
Yeah, I
And
think
so,
yeah, I'm pretty sure they have another job because I do too, and that's what yeah, I'm pretty sure stipends can't be taxed. That's why I was shocked to hear that, and I was like, yikes.
it'll be fine.
I mean, it's better that we earned, but yeah.
Yes.
For future reference, another layer of security if you want for your taxes, do prac. Because like if it's educational, they can tax you on it. It's true. Nancy said that. Nancy said that herself.
I love it.
I got nothing for that. Happy to have you in the prac. But I don't know how it impacts your taxes.
I think it's 6,000 minimum. Oh, someone's calling me.
15% or more on car insurance. Geico, 15 minutes.
Okay, initiative updates. Julius, can you go?
So tomorrow I have a IC workshop meeting, which I'm pretty sure that's for inclusion council workshop meeting. And at this meeting, they're talking about things like retention and stuff like that, which it lines up with what I'm doing with my initiative. So I'm gonna probably present that and talk about my initiative there with those people there. Also I plan on emailing a few people from the Schreier Center, because yesterday on Sunday, I came up with a great idea to get the whole prac thing, basically to try to make being a college student ambassador a credit similar to what we're doing with SGA. And I thought that would be a very great incentive to get students on board with this. So that's something that I'm looking to look into, try to email some people at Schreier Center to figure out how we can make that happen. And also email this other lady. I gotta look at my notes to see her name again, but apparently she's worked with this thing on the undergraduate ambassador program. So I want to see what that was all about and see how, like, maybe if it isn't still operational, what happened to it and how we can make it better so that same thing doesn't happen to my initiative. So that's what I want to try. That's what I got my week cut out for me at this point. So yeah.
Yeah, and yes, Wendy.
I had a question for Julius. Have you contacted Dr. Delina Gregg?
I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, she's with the Academic Success Center, I think. And for Folia, we've been working on like student ambassadors. So I don't know if there'd be like much overlap or if you could possibly collaborate.
Send me her email. Look into that.
Wonderful. Yeah, and initiative workshop was where we got the idea. I think Reese mentioned it. I don't remember exactly who, but Wendy?
What did I mention?
Oh, the idea of Shriver Center being incorporated within.
Wow, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Wendy, do you mind going next?
So I told you guys this from those who went to the initiative workshop, but Patrick and I had a quick call on Friday and we talked about a meeting with the guy from UMD who like runs like Divest UMD. So I don't know what happened with that. I guess I'll leave Patrick to explain. But from my end, I've emailed Dr. Jody Kelberkay, who's kind of been involved in this working group, or she's had like conversations with people at UMBC about prison labor, and then also emailing OEI and seeing if they're working on anything, because I think I heard from Kelly Quinn from Choice. But yeah, that's mostly what I have.
Wonderful. Mati.
Yes, I was having connection problems. So, well, I guess I did speak on this a little bit at the workshop, but I was working on my transit initiative to, I guess, work on bettering transit for commuter students. And thanks to Reese, I got a map, and so I'm going to use that map and speak with Mr. Tiger and look at how we can, incorporate that map in the UMBC Transit website and Instagram, so students can, get to that map that's on the SGA website and look at the areas where they have the bus routes, and then look at, where bus routes that are closer to where they live. So that's what I'm going to work on this week. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks, Mati. Reese.
Yeah, so I talked to Nathaniel about Grit View because I know that Candace raised some concerns about sustainability and also reviews, and to which he responded. Let me just pull up what I asked him. He said that the review guidelines are posted, but I don't think they're strict enough. So I'll talk to him about laying out like more strictly like guidelines to what a good review is, because right now it's just like nothing illegal or like nothing that's like super disparaging. And he said that he would be willing to bring me on as a reviewer, so that would be able to, SG would have a better voice in what gets on the platform. What else did I say? And he said that he would like to run the server as like a third party. This is a business model that he's mirroring Planet Terp, which is College Park's version of what GridView is, because just to like maintain impartiality and other things like that, they want to be a separate entity from UBC, so students feel like however they feel about reviewing things separate from UBC, some stuff like that. So I don't know if that assuages your concerns or not, but those are the responses to which he had.
I think having it as a third party is great for, what is it called? Anonymity? I don't know. Anonymous. How about the anonymity? That one. How about the coexist space for Meyerhoff? Reese.
Yeah, so Marshad, I think earlier or later last week, emailed both I3B and facilities. Well, because Marshad had come up with a mock-up of like we would paint the stairs leading up to the Meyerhoff courtyard colors of the rainbow, and then we would paint the benches like pride flags, and there'd be various student-created murals. So they kind of ixnayed on the painting of the stairs because they said that concrete paint like just starts to peel after a while and it just looks really ugly. So they said, yeah, we won't do that. But they said that otherwise, facilities is actually not the people to even ask for permission. So we're going to talk to inclusion just to see like if student affairs will be able to sponsor a proposal, and well, we really just need to start a proposal first, and we'll update you as we progress on that.
Cool. Candace.
Yeah, Candace.
I think this is a great idea. And I think you should, I told Rashad this and I will say it on record. I think you should push on this. Like, push on it. You know? It's, yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Mario.
So for the Survivors Advocate, based off of our recommendations, we are in the process of gathering data from OEI and the University System of Maryland. And we're also we're gathering the data to kind of gauge how the office should be set up, whether it should be like a party of one or if it should be like further expanded. And then in regards to like STEM outreach, I should be hearing back about the final panelists very soon, and marketing is underway once I do.
Yeah, and I knew you had kind of trouble with finalizing your panelists, but
Yeah, hopefully that'll be sorted out soon.
yeah. And as always, if you need help reaching out to panelists or finalizing them, I don't mind helping you with that as well.
Thank you.
Mena.
Okay, I also talked more about my stuff during the initiation workshop. I said initiative workshop that we had this weekend. But I'm in the process right now, I guess, of like trying to have a incorporate compost bins in the halls and dorms again. But this time it's not gonna be. It's more of a. It's basically what I'm trying to do right now is have all the residential halls have like basically these compost bags, and all students have to do is like whoever wants to partake in compost, this has to go to downstairs or wherever the closest residential hall is to them, and this basically it's like almost like a trash bag. You just collect that bag, and yeah, like it's whoever wants to do it will do it, but and it's not as expensive as an initiative, so I'm hoping that I can work together with either Res Life or both, basically, on office sustainability to get this pushing. Because I tried to push something similar last semester, but I think the more involved campus had to be for the responsibility to compost, the worse it was. Not the worst, but like the less people wanted to bring this initiative. But I think this one's a bit like looser and it gives a lot of flexibility. And but right now I'm still in the process of hearing back because my idea is that students can drop off the compost bags that they collect in D Hall's compost bins, and every week someone comes by and collects it from D Hall. But I'm hoping that D Hall will work like together and just basically have a drop off location for students. But then yeah, I'm still in the process of hearing back on that because they haven't gotten back to me still, and I'm having a meeting soon with Office of Sustainability to discuss this further, and yeah, and then also Kai has helped me a lot by like basically putting me in contact with like I don't even know a million universities in California, and so I can hear how they are doing the compost initiative because I think this was different from what I originally thought the compost initiative could be. Like I was like, oh, there's gonna be bins in every single place, but then I realized UMBC doesn't even have its own community compost. So I'm trying to be flexible with that. I was waiting, and I'm hoping to hear back from other universities on how they were able to basically do their own compost initiative. So, yeah, and thank you, Kai.
Yeah. Yeah, California don't mess around with compost. Every single house has a recycle bin, like a regular size recycle, like the big ones, and then next to that is the same size compost, and then there's like a very small one for trash, even though that's like the overall, like you throw your trash bags into after you're done. So they don't mess around with compost, especially Northern California. Like, Cali is great, but it's so expensive. But yeah, thanks, Mana. I support you 100%. Nail Benet.
My cultural org takeover, there was a small setback, so it's being pushed back a week. I think I told Kai about this earlier today. There's just a mix up with communications with cons, and I thought we had it resolved last night, but then this morning, they kind of all resigned, so I have to wait a little bit until I can get those requests in to the new board, so or new comms directors or whatever it's called. So yeah, that's a setback with that, but coming I'm working with B on a lead her shop, and it's kind of like a thing about feminism, like breaking personal biases about how we view women in the world. So that's my initiative for the time being until that's over. And yeah.
Wonderful. Do you need help reaching out to more student organizations, or are the FAFSA and the other one Russian?
Yeah. That the videos and postings are going to be postponed about a week, and that actually allowed, I think, ASU and I think Russian Club submitted like 2 more videos.
Nice.
Participation from that, so that's good.
Nice. That's good to hear. But again, sorry it had to be postponed, but silver lining. You have more videos to put for the takeover.
Yes, so I'm excited. Thank you.
Patrick.
Yeah, everyone. Let me first say sorry, Wendy. The meeting today I had, I was trying to schedule it, and then it ended up just being really informal. It was like I was calling him to plan it, and then he was like, "We'll just have the discussion now," and I was like, "All right, I guess, yeah." So I'm working on the Divest MCE initiative alongside Wendy. And today I was just able to meet with one of the leaders of like the movement at UMD. One of the things that they're sort of working on though that is gonna be a little bit different than I think what we want to focus on is they're actually trying to sponsor I guess they have sponsored a bill being put forward by a state legislator in the College Park area. But instead of sort of focusing on like directly divesting from the correctional enterprise, their focus is to give preferential admittance to formerly incarcerated, um, I guess, people in the state. I wasn't really clear on kind of how it was being described, but it sort of is not, I think, the same thing that we're trying to do in terms of like either divesting from MCE or sort of trying to get that changed. So I think me and Wendy need to touch base and kind of see how we want to best target this because it sounded like the people from College Park were on a different just a different wave than we were. They actually do not get along at all with their SGA, which I think is really interesting. They really do not like their administration, so I think it's a very different vibe than what we're trying to possibly accomplish more alongside faculty, staff, and the administration. They're trying to be a little bit more um, maybe confrontational, but I'm excited, and I think that at least being in touch with them is going to be really good to just be able to kind of lay a groundwork to move forward on top of. So that's where I'm at right now.
Interesting. I wasn't aware of the whole different vibe area aspect, but yeah, you and Wendy touch back. Z.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, it's freezing up. So I met with Candace and Tori from Student Life, and so a lot of my ideas were just not able to be worked in with the current guidelines. So I'm definitely going to do what I can to sort of work with what I got, and I'm working right now on a plan that I plan to have like outlined within the next week or two about alumni involvement in student orgs.
Yeah. So would you be personally be reaching out to these student orgs?
I haven't determined that yet. Candace asked me to hold off until I had something like planned out.
Yeah. And we can always create like a plan of organization with B and with Wendy and myself on our one-on-ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Jessica.
Hello. I'm still waiting to hear back from I3B, but I am meeting with Callista, Michelle, and Saiba from the communications department to talk further about my SGA visibility initiative. So yeah, that's it. But yeah.
And through visibility, that would look like I think you talked about the Instagram takeover.
Yeah, so
It's social
specifically,
media takeover.
yeah, either takeovers or features or anything, just something to one, put a face to like the leaders in SGA, specifically the Senate, because like that's like who we are, and then also to highlight our initiatives so that students are aware of what is happening behind the scenes. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Jess. And my initiative update. Meeting with Dr. John Fox this Wednesday after 2 months of patience and pain, but we're getting it done, and I'm very hopeful. Okay. Moving forward, is there any more questions anyone have regarding anyone's initiative updates? No. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Kai.
Yeah.
So this is not about the initiatives, but it's about the office hours stuff. 'Cause I know I spoke to you about it earlier. Like my office hours is not, for some reason I don't have it set for this semester. So I know we did the spreadsheet with our WebEx links and so on.
Yeah. So we made office hours optional, not mandatory through the legislation we passed for the initiative updates. So if you would like to have office hours, we can definitely set that up and get that going through either whatever channel you would like to be on, whether it be through a social media channel or even through your WebEx. But Mati, is that something you would be interested in doing? Re-upping office hours again?
I was thinking of like using I guess the IG for office hours, because I guess a lot more people will be on social media when they're on their free time.
Yeah, I can definitely talk about that through a WebEx message with somebody from the communications department. Maybe I'll connect you with Jessica. Mena, if you go to the Google Calendar, there should be like I think it only works on desktop mode. On the left-hand side, there's a meet with search bar, and you can just type in anybody from UMBC, their name, and whether or not they had the option of having their calendar visible to the public, their calendar should pop up. I hope that helps. And if it doesn't, feel free to message or FaceTime or whatever. Call me, Wendy. We're here. We got you. Yeah, when you create an event and add them to the guest, their calendar pops up too. Okay. Any more questions or discussion? No. Okay. Share governance committees updates. Anyone have any share governance committee updates? I know there aren't too many in February.
Mati, I thought you had a meeting like sometime last week. Is that right?
Let me check my notes. I know, yeah, we did have the neighboring relations meeting. I just need to check my notes. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Okay. While I'm looking for my notes, whoever was with me, they can go first because there were two of us. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. I know one thing that we did talk about is, Okamoku was there for the meeting, and Okamoku was there for the meeting, and I know we talked about how, I guess, getting people into the community. One thing was about how, like, how they're trying to open up, but then with overpopulations and COVID and understaffing and all that, and how basically about how to open up with the community and while respecting the social distancing regulations and getting more people to and getting more people together. So that's one thing that we did talk about. And yeah, I forgot the rest. I didn't take that much notes, but when I do remember, I would send more updates. And look, I know like the general thing was basically talking about like reopening to the community and how to get back functioning to normal while basically respecting COVID guidelines.
Yeah, I love Okamoka. And their newest art series is with the I don't want to say middle school or elementary schoolers, high schoolers, something from K through 12. And it's really great. It was really beautiful, and shout out to their lavender oat milk latte. All right.
I have a question actually.
Yeah, what's up?
So I'm currently serving on ACC, and I had a meeting. I forgot the actual name. It's like the athletic committee for athletes. I think Wendy
Athletics
knows.
policy.
Yes. So they had like a meeting in January, like when we came back, but since then there hasn't been. Is the committee still like going on, or like should I email them and ask to be like, I don't know what happened. I went to like one meeting, and then other than that, I haven't been getting any emails about it from them.
Did they not include you like in their like communication or calendar invites?
No, because when we came back to the school, we got like all the updates, and then one day it just like stopped. So I was wondering if anything happened, or if I should just reach out again.
From the fall, as far as I'm aware, they were still active. But if you want me to reach out, I can do that too. But yeah, I would definitely try to follow up.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure why I just like disappeared.
Yeah, if you have any questions regarding the time and place or time and day of your SGCs, let Wendy and I know. Okay. Are there any more shared governance committee updates before we move on?
Oh, sorry. I attended the dining committee's meeting today, and wait, sorry, is Z to say something about that?
Oh yes, I actually had some things written down.
Oh no, sorry. I
But
didn't know if I missed it during the time my computer died. Oh yeah, you can tell it or I can. It doesn't matter.
the main points I got was them changing, like the burger student choice did well, and they're changing it out for Tex-Mex, and they're gonna have more like vegetarian and dessert options. Also, all the meal plans are getting their prices raised across the board between 3% and 4%. I don't know if you do anything like you wanted to add, because that's like the main points I got.
Yeah, no. Basically, those are the main points, and then there's a new sustainability effort that they're trying to do with like I didn't really understand it fully, but apparently like they can like turn like not leftovers, basically well, I mean leftover like scraps, I guess, from food they haven't like freshly they haven't cooked with yet, like and turn into smoothies apparently. And they figured out a way to do that, and they're gonna have like a trial day, like in the teaching kitchen, where they have that like efforts taken out. I don't really know how that's gonna work actually. That sounded interesting because they were like talking about like the ends of carrots and stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. But it's a new sustainability thing. They're very like excited to try out. So yeah, I think that's amazing. And yeah, also the 4%, 3% increase for meal plans was interesting. But I think they said something about like actually I didn't really understand why fully. But they said it very like non-negotiable. That's what I understood from that. And I have another update from what's it called? Sorry, the Student Fee Advisory Committee. Um, we've been working on some stuff for the winter for the survey for basically so students can come out and hear about how the fee is being spent. And I think it's gonna be next Monday, it's February 22nd at noon. And yeah, we just finished the survey and we were able to negotiate like a like a gift card so students can come out. So I'm also gonna ask you guys to promote it as well because yeah, we really need to hear feedback on like what students think about the fee increase and decrease and stuff. And yeah, I'll tell you guys more when it gets closer to a date, basically. But yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Candace.
Oh, would you be able to like make that a calendar invite and then invite everybody in SGA to it? The fee forum?
Yes, I think so. It's just there's already a WebEx thing, so I can just send that WebEx link when to
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Can I maybe send
Yeah.
it to you and then you can send it to everyone? Actually, I don't really know.
601 doesn't, yeah, I mean, I have it on my calendar, but it's the one that who sent it to me? Maybe Leslie did. Somebody who's more important than me, sent it to me. But I don't want to just act like so.
Wasn't Kayla? I mean, no, okay, so not sorry, not Kayla.
I can't remember. Anyway, I think maybe I know that some people, rise and fall by their Google calendars. And so if it's on there, they'll be more, and someone else puts it on there for them, they'll be more likely to go.
Right.
So I'm just,
Oh yeah, and you guys will be raffled into a ticket too, so you can come out. You
there
know,
you go.
$25.
That was just an idea I had about how to get more people to come.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I'll reach out to you about that because I'm not really good with Google Calendar. So yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, that raisin price food for meals is ooh. Mena, something that when I last night when I was emailing like 30,000 different people, I noticed that the other university student government websites, they had a breakdown of their student activity fees like listed on their SGA website. And I was thinking, is that something worthwhile doing to our SGA website?
Um, I I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure there is a way for them to have released the because they have like a whole data thing and everything explaining the breakdown of all the prices. I'm pretty sure that's on a website somewhere in UMBC. You wanted to include in maybe SJ as well? Is that
Yeah.
what you were asking?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I can ask. I don't really know much about that, but I can ask if we can also have like a site on our own SGA page um, with the breakdown. I don't know if they've released it yet or they are like discussing it still. I mean, it's basically. Sorry, I should probably know this, but well, after the student feedback, I'll follow up on that with you, Kai. to see if there's a way to put on the SGA page.
Yeah. Jessica typed in the chat saying that there was a website for 2019. Wendy, you have your hand raised?
Okay, that makes sense.
I just had a quick question. How are you guys taking notes from your SJC meetings? Like, are you using the template that I think B made in the shared drive?
I just
I use.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I use. I use that typically. I just like go into it, make a copy of it, and then like just type it up as like class committee. I just like, take notes.
Yeah, because thanks, Julius, because you should be putting them in that doc and then uploading them if you can. I'll just add the link in the chat.
Oh yeah, please do that. I just been doing it on my phone. Oops.
Grazie. But yeah, thanks, Madam, for the update. Are there any other share governance committee updates can review? I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay. Moving on to announcements. I put in the agenda that the thing I want to echo is the SGA and I3B Black Excellence Summit happening on the 27th from 1 to 6 p.m. and you have to register by the 21st. I think that's a Wednesday. Are there any announcement anybody else wants to announce? As I say announce 4 times in one sentence.
I just had a quick question. So I saw this tweet about how UMBC doesn't offer like ASL classes, or at least not for like the language credit. And I was wondering if anyone knew anything about that, because I already got my language credit like before I came here, so I actually don't know how that works. Because I was thinking like it might be good for like accessibility, but I know it doesn't technically count as like a foreign language. Yeah, Patrick, you saw the tweet. Yeah, I reached out to Aaron who posted it because it had like 73 likes. I was like, well, it sounds like students actually like care about this, so I wanted to at least like follow up.
There's no ASL class here. There are classes at CTBC. There is a sign language club called Sign of Life, but I thought that that could count as foreign language if you transferred in with it.
All right, thanks. I can ask Brandon about it. We're actually gonna go on a walk later today because he lives on the street, so hopefully he'll know. Because he was like part of an article that the Retriever wrote like a couple years back when he was in Sign of Life. But yeah, he took it at CCBC, but it doesn't count for like any of the gen ed requirements at UMBC.
I thought that if you took ASL at a community college, whether it's CCBC or HCC or the other HCC, that will fulfill the language requirement, but I am not 100% certain.
All right, thanks. And thanks for everyone typing in the chat. I will ask Brandon to see if he knows anything.
Cool. Thanks, Wendy, and keep us updated through WebEx Teams. Is there any more announcements before we say c'est la vie, votre santé? No. Okay. Okay. I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier, 10 minutes behind, but I adjourn the meeting at 6:35 p.m. and we'll do a final roll call. Yeah, let me just start recording.